So you said that one of the ways to prevent burnout is to create boundaries. And is there any way you've been able to do that successfully?
So I think that one of the biggest things that we need to understand about boundaries is that most of the time when we are talking about setting boundaries, we are talking about external boundaries, which are boundaries that we are saying outside of our mouths to other people.
Yep.
But the biggest issue we have when it comes to free flow of energy is internal boundaries. So internal boundaries are how I honor my own wants, needs, desires, and preferences
Yep.
and capacity.
Hmm.
This is how I honor myself. So my if somebody asks me to do something and internally I already know that this will be a burden for me, but I say yes, this is not someone taking advantage of me. This is not someone breaking my boundary. This is me seeing my own boundary and stepping right over it like it doesn't exist. So
Hmm.
most of the time, I find that people don't need to, the boundaries that we are being taught on social media and in pop psychology right now are
Yeah.
not the boundaries we actually need. What
Hmm.
boundaries we really need are the internal ones that allow us to understand that when we respect our wants, needs, desires, preferences, and capacity,
Yep.
everything becomes easier for us. But we will have to deal with a little bit of guilt. We will have to deal with disappointing people sometimes. We will have to
Yep.
deal with
Yep.
the
Yep.
consequences
Hmm.
of respecting and honoring our own stuff. And even if you decide that you are going to respect and honor all of those things, once in a while you're going to make a different decision. You're going to sacrifice on purpose because you want to, and that's okay. So I
Yep.
think we've lost in the boundary conversation today, we've lost this idea that it's okay to sacrifice for each other. But we have to. In order to create relationship, we have to give.
Yep.
And
Hmm.
that's just how it works. So you have to respect, again, this is like the same as with the relationship. You have to respect and honor your energy enough and frequently enough and consistently enough that when it's time for you to make a sacrifice for something that's important to you and someone that's important to you, it doesn't feel so bad because that mismatch is buffered by the fact that you're taking care of it over here.
Wow. Excellent. Excellent. So just to buttress your point, you're talking about internal boundaries and
Yeah.
external boundaries, and you said just now that the internal boundaries are more important and that should
Yeah.
be emphasized more.
Yeah.
I'll give you a short story. When I first came to America, I went to school in a train station. There's a big chair that people sit down,
Yeah.
and the chair was very big, right? I see people, somebody sit there, another person sit there. I'm like, yeah, four people can sit down here, and I try to sit down in the middle. And
Yeah.
immediately I sit down in the middle, I see other people stand up from the chair.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the physical boundary. People are like, yeah, this chair is, even though this chair is big, we want two people to sit down on it.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be the third person here. So,
Well, and physical boundaries are the interesting thing about physical boundaries, and I do this in one of my keynotes. I invite people on stage and I get too close to them. It's really
yeah,
funny. So,
yeah,
one of the things about physical boundaries is it's cultural.
yeah, especially in America.
Yes, we need so Americans love space.
Yep,
We
yep.
love space. And then we go to Europe and we're like, why is everybody in the line so close to me? They don't
Hmm.
mind, they need a different amount of space. You try to go on a train in Japan. I mean, you're practically sitting on somebody's
Each other.
shoulders every
Yes.
day. It's fine. It does not bother them. So
Yep.
I think that this is one of those things that's like that we have to look at culture overall. Like people need
Mhm.
different amounts of space, and Americans need more space than anybody. We
Yeah. I,
love space.
yeah. Yeah. The building shows that. So
Yes,
public
the
trans.
house sizes,
Yep. Yep.
right? Like the street sizes, the car sizes, everything is about space. And my husband and I joke that, like, if you're flying on a plane and you're paying for a business class,
Yeah.
you get maybe slightly better food, right?
Hmm.
Not much. But the thing that you're really buying
Yeah.
is space
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, people will pay extra for space
for
because
space.
even in Nigeria, when I left, I'm not
Yeah,
sure if this thing a thing.
yeah,
When you go through the public transport, you
yeah.
are even you are allowed to put somebody that is very smaller than you on your lap and pay just for one person.
Right, right.
But like, if so, Americans are not going to allow you to sit very close
Yeah,
to
you
them.
can in America. This is only until you are 2 years old. As soon as you are 2 years and 1 month, this is not possible anymore. It's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
We are
So
very
that,
particular about this, and the quality doesn't get better with more money. Just it's just more space. You have the
most
same house that's built too fast and shitty construction. It's just bigger.
so in your book, you said the Poles were excellent boundaries pushers.
Yeah,
I did not know how to function under that kind of pressure.
I
Hold boundaries in a way that I'm still able to be kind.
yeah.
And I think you
So
were mentioning the example of your interaction with your clients and things
yeah,
like
with
that
a
in that
patient.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep. So in Poland, because of communism, there's this word in Polish that is kombinować się. And
yeah,
it means to, in English, the best translation is to finagle something, to sort of like find a workaround. And they do this with everything, even today, just because it's built in now. Like when they were under communist rule, they had to find ways to barter and figure things out to get so they could have food, and like they had to do this. This is not their fault.
mhm,
But now they are so used to doing that that they do it all the time. So I had a 3 to 6 month waiting list
yeah,
as for my patients at my acupuncture office in Warsaw. And people would call me all hours of the day, all hours of the weekend, and say, "Oh yeah, but you could come in earlier, or you could stay during lunch, or you could
yeah,
stay later." And I was thinking to myself, "Oh my God, first, these people need help and they're calling me, so I want to help them, but I cannot work 70 hours a week, and they don't care.
yeah.
They just keep asking. And if you
Hmm,
say no, they say, okay, well, I'll call you next week." And you're like, please don't.
uh-huh,
But it was really hard for me to take people's suffering and people's need and this idea of like kombinować się
hmm,
and find a way to disappoint people while still being kind, because they don't back down until you are really
yeah.
tough.
Hmm.
And that was
Wow.
really hard for me because I don't want to do that. I'm a tough person.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty blunt. Like I'm pretty blunt. I'm pretty straightforward. And
Yeah.
even still, this was really hard for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I can relate because I think maybe Nigerians can be, be
Similar?
boundary pushers too
Yeah.
because so many people are told me already that I'm so strong. Like am I concentrated acid or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Like the way you come out, the way you say things, when this is what I want to do, and it's more like I have to do this, and
Yeah.
people are like, yeah, just calm down, you're gonna you're gonna do this.
That's so
I think
interesting.
yeah, that's I can relate to that when I
Yeah.
was reading that book.